All right, I'm the last one of the evening, guys, for this piece. So when I signed up to share a few words today, I was initially super excited. And then my overthinking kicked in. So I thought, what in the world have I gotten myself into? And more importantly, what am I going to talk about? Then I got the email from Rachel with the order in which we were going to present, and I thought, great, I'm last. Okay, so how am I going to say something different than what everyone else before me has said? And oh yeah, what am I going to talk about? So I started to brainstorm. Maybe I could talk about the stress that I had to complete my Bridge Builders application while I was actually in Jamaica. Or I could talk about the fact that I wasn't quite sure how I felt having to stay overnight on the first day, or having to room with someone that I had no idea who they were until that day. Hey, Ashley. Or I could maybe even talk about the unexpected yet super exciting career move that I was able to make and the outpouring support that I did receive from my classmates during the interview process and even after I made my announcement. All in all, what I realized during that brainstorming session is that we all have a story that got us here today. And there are a lot of things that have changed in our lives since we started this journey together. Whether you applied to Bridge Builders because you were interested in growing professionally, discovering new ways to impact the community in which you live, interested in connecting with like-minded professionals, looking to enhance your leadership skills, or your job strongly encouraged you to apply, there are 4 things that unite us all together as a class. The first, and I think most obvious, is that we are unequivocally the best Bridge Builders class that we Sorry for the love in the room, it's not up for debate, we've already agreed, so moving forward. But number 2, we have all rose to the challenge of verbalizing our personal vision statements. For some of us, for the first time, this was us putting into words the things that are most important to us. For others, it was the first time we were provided the intentional space to share with others what we are most passionate about. And for some, it provided the opportunity to find and recruit like-minded individuals to also support and be a part of causes and the change that we want to see in our communities. Number 3, we have spent the last 10 months having intentional conversations, brainstorming solutions to real-world problems that we will use to be more impactful in the spaces that we work and ultimately the communities in which we live. Finally, we've all developed these personal and professional lasting relationships with individuals in and out of this room. Relationships that will hopefully continue to grow, open doors, and create spaces for conversations and the changes that we want to see in our communities. So, thank you to Angela, Rachel, Marianne, and Maya, and the entire Cleveland leadership team for helping to create this space for us to connect, to have these conversations and to use what we've learned here during this time to not only further our vision stands, but to hopefully and ultimately be a part of enhancing the city that we all know and love. Bridge Builders is more than just talking about making a change. It's about being a part of the change that we want to see. Class of 2023, we are part of that change. We represent some of the most dynamic, intentional, driven, passionate, and might I say attractive leaders. In closing, I'd like to issue a challenge to the class of 2023 and share a quote with you. I challenge you to reflect on the conversations that we've had, the resources shared with us, and the relationships we've been exposed to over the last 10 months. I challenge you to continue reaching out to members of our class that you have yet to connect with, or maintaining intentional relationships with the people that you've already started to form bonds with. Most importantly, I challenge you to bring light to the spaces that you're in and to not let your voice be unheard. In her poem, The Hill We Climb, Amanda Gorman says, "For while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us." I want you to think about those words. Now that our monthly sessions are over, feedback sheets have all been completed, and our lab project deliverables have been submitted, what will we do next? What will the future classes have to say about us? And what legacy do we want to leave in the city that we love? Thank you.